So the first step to correct your status would be, I would create something called a non-taxpayer affidavit, or even something called political status correction. Correct your name for the record. When your name was created on a birth certificate, they think they own this, so you have to learn how to create it in a private trust. The Social Security number is a trust. If you look it up, Social Security Trust Administration. It's a public administration. You have to learn how to create your private administration. So you can start with a church, or even a tribe. You can correct your status with a tribe, a church. It's called the Shahada with Muslims. I'm not sure what it's called with Jewish people, but they all undergo a status change. In the Christian community, it's called being baptized. So your baptismal certificate can be also correct your status, and you can use this to identify in the public. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. Peace and love with your boy Don Kilam. You tapped in and tuned in with Dream Keepers Radio, where truth never changes. Anything else is falsehood. And I'm in Orlando, Florida with some great guests. Let's introduce my first guest, Cam. Tell them who you are, man, and spell your clothing brand out for them, man, because it's amazing.
For sure, man. What's going on, everybody? Cam Thomas here, CEO and head designer of Evol Apparel Company. Evol, love spelled backwards, short for Evol.
Yes.
Just a small clothing brand based out of Jacksonville, Florida, in which we just encourage individuals to be the best version of themselves at all times.
Let's go. I like that.
How y'all doing, man? I'm Jordan Smith, a.k.a. Jay Schmoove, NFL player. I just recently got signed to the Kansas City Chiefs. Young entrepreneur, young future philanthropist. Just here with Don Kilam, trying to get some more knowledge and, just expand my horizon.
Hey, I'm DJ Coleman, and I play for the Jaguars. And he got a lot of information, and you just open your ears. They gave you one mouth and 2 ears for a reason.
I appreciate that. But yes, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through, man. We kicked it all day yesterday. It was amazing, just dropping game. Then we hit the arcade room. But what stuck out to me the most, like literally, the story that just blew my mind away. DJ said, before y'all even met, like this is like manifestation right here. He said he was watching you while you was in college.
Yeah,
is that correct?
We were both was in college, so before I transferred.
So you was watching
Missouri.
him while he was in college too?
Yeah.
Why? Because he was from your Atlanta?
Yeah.
Or why? That's why. You said you knew somebody that brought you up.
So we both went to school in Alabama, but he went to Florida first. But you feel me? Like we both was in Alabama, but he went to UAB.
And then you watched him go to the NFL.
State. Yeah.
And then you went to the NFL.
Yeah, I did the same thing that he did, basically.
So basically, he was a mentor. Like even though y'all wasn't physically connected.
Yeah.
And that's when you start learning keys to success, they teach you, find you a mentor, whether you can be with them in the physical or not. Find you somebody that you idolize, and you will be on. If you do what they do, continue the steps that they took, you'll be on the same level. So that's crazy because people dream of going to the NFL every day. They never make it. I mean, that's just what it is. But he watched you. You went to the NFL. That just shows your leadership, man. That's how I look at it, man. Like that just blew me away, man. That's amazing. And there's somebody out there that's probably watching you right now. My pops knew who you was, man. So that was tight. Yeah.
Sure.
That's it.
And how'd you end up meeting with these guys, man?
Man, so I know DJ through Jordan, and it's crazy because I heard him talking to you earlier about it. We really not even supposed to be friends. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, but in a good way though.
You was an asset, obviously.
Yeah, no, for sure. We really weren't even supposed to meet up for real. I know him through a friend of mine that I grew up with, like since I was, like 4 or 5 years old. We grew up together, went to school together. You know what I'm saying? And as we got older, my friend that I grew up with, they went to school together, and they end up becoming real close. So once he ended up, getting out of school and getting drafted to Jacksonville, right? I was already down here in Jacksonville, but I still didn't know him. But my friend, he told me, he was like, yo, don't you stay in Jacksonville? Like, we're out here in the city, like, come kick it. So I pulled up over there and I ended up meeting him. And ever since then, like, we've been cool. And it's been business partners, brothers, you know what I'm saying? Everything's just been.
And so with our interaction yesterday, the main thing I realized is like it looked like he's the leader, like he leads y'all into different situations, but it's the right things.
Right.
And I don't even know if he realizes that or if you realize that at all about yourself. I'm like, cause he's like, I tried to do my best. I'm like, no, you're doing your best, bro. Like you're leading people to prosperity, you know, and that's what we need in life, unity. But we sat down and all we talked about yesterday was business.
Yeah.
And nation building, you know? The tribal aspect, man. That's all you keep talking about is your tribe, being able to feed your tribe. That's all you care about. Having land to be able to feed your tribe, man. Nobody else is talking like this. Not even with the NFL, you know, because that's a great, miraculous feat that both of y'all have accomplished. But outside of that, what you're talking about is actual nation building, and you're not letting nothing keep you from that. So I just think that's amazing, man.
You can't, cause like how it all started is you trying to take care of your family, make it out the hood.
Right, exactly.
That's where football started.
But the things we're talking about, we talked about private membership associations.
Yeah, no, that come out like
nonprofits.
When you wake up, that's when you wake up.
But they didn't teach you this in college.
Nah.
Y'all both graduated college, right?
Yeah.
You didn't learn none of this in college, correct?
Nope.
So what makes you gravitate towards knowing these are the right things to do?
Really just a deeper feeling, like just I've always never been the person to just I won't say do what I'm told, but I've never just done what I'm told blindly. Like even as a child, if someone told me to do something and I in my heart didn't feel like it was right, I would question it, even if it was my parents or not. And most of the time it wasn't always in a negative way, but if I would always trust my gut feeling, and even when everybody else was like, no, that's not what it is, I still trusted my gut feeling, and and it just always worked for me. I always trusted my intuition, and that's kind of what drove me to the path of knowing that the way that we're taught to be is not the only way. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that we would grow up and say, like, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, you work till you're 65. Life expectancy is only 75. So you work for 40, 50 years to live for 10 years, potentially. And like, it doesn't seem like a life that I would want to live. I mean, 40, 50 years of manual labor, 8 hours a day for 40 hours a week, just for 10 years of bliss and peacefulness at 65, when you probably don't even want to do much then. Like, you probably don't want to do the stuff that you wouldn't have wanted to do at 30, at 65 when you're retired. So I'm really trying to get big on that mindset of grinding in your 20s so you can be financially free, financially stable in your 30s. So I can buy that Corvette I want at 30 instead of 60. Because the average Corvette owner is 55. And that's
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like the average person that owns a Corvette is 55 years old. I don't want to go 150 miles an hour when I'm 65 years old. Yeah. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that right there, and just, I mean, obviously I've had some times where what I've thought was, I wouldn't say wrong, but not right in the sense of what I was thinking, and I adjusted. But being coherent with your self-intuition is what's going to keep you here, is what's going to keep you well. Because being a follower is only good if you have a successful leader, or a leader that's willing to teach their followers to be leaders. See, like, if you have a leader that just wants followers, he will never teach his followers to become leaders and lead others. But if you are a leader who wants everybody else to be leaders around you, you have no problem being that follower to learn from others above you and to teach the people below you.
You just said what I was finna say, because I was finna come back to that, because right here, I've been thinking when you said leader, I'm like, most of the time, we so cool like this, cause look, listen to me. It's a respect thing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna disrespect him. He ain't gonna disrespect me. Like, but it just, you learn boundaries as you talk to people. Cause like he just said, bro, everybody, you can learn something from everybody. And that's the problem. Like some
That's
people think when you get so old, you can't learn from somebody younger than you. Yeah. You can. Cause a lot of times you gotta think about it. Man, hey.
Kanye said, I'll never listen to somebody.
The babies
older
are the future, man.
The youth.
It's coming up.
When you get older, all your creative juices is gone. All the new ideas and all the new creations that are coming to this world that haven't been created yet are going to come from children that are infants and babies right now. It's not going to come from this 55-year-old man who's been doing this for 40 years. He's in the next 2 years, he's about to come up with the cure for, blindness. No, it's going to be one of these young kids, these indigo children, how you say, that are going to come up and they're going to be gifted from birth with extreme intelligence. They're going to use it for the greater of humanity and not just to be a bona fide leader and bona fide, being up there and not having nobody else around you.
I agree with everything y'all stated. And with the respect issue, I could, like yesterday when we had our meetings, like everybody was on the same like pedestal, like I was on the same level, Y'all was like normal people,
Yeah.
That was, like I said, it didn't even feel like no type of work. I didn't feel like I did anything. This is what I felt like I wanted my whole life.
Right.
Someone to just understand like what it is and actually live the life. And the same thing, like I'm not gonna get too deep on this, but outside of the business, on the personal situation, I was telling you about my kid's mom, and like y'all related. You're like, man, I had the same issues. So instead of being judged and be like, no, you supposed to put up with it or whatever, like as a man and a provider, like we have to lay down the ground rules sometimes. They don't know. We got into situations, we didn't have goals, we didn't have a plan. That's why the relationship fizzled out or whatever it may be.
You gotta elevate with them. How y'all elevate?
With that said,
how y'all elevate? Y'all just can't be having sex.
That's why I said like iron sharpens iron. That's how every relationship has to be in your life. You're either progressing or regressing.
All right.
And that's why how y'all are coming through, you're investing in y'all's prosperity and learning the right things. Because the reason why we're straight away is through our education anyways. They like, and like I said, well, not to take away from any of your accomplishments, but at the end of the day, they just still, you're making somebody else rich. And they're still taking a percentage of what you make before you even get it.
And a percentage when I spend it.
and so I think that's tight. So you know about nationality.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if have you studied nationality?
I just said I met him.
So you're understanding it.
Like we just started chopping it up more and more. Then like the study he was saying, I done heard bits and pieces from old heads, but they ain't give me you ain't give me the blueprint.
Right.
You just give me a piece. What you talking about?
I mean, I don't think there really is a blueprint. We have to create it ourselves.
Yeah. Right. Because there's no one way to do anything.
Right. That's it.
That's one model I say all the time. I can't attest to that. What was the first math problem that we ever learned? 2 + 2 equals what?
They say 4.
They say 4. But 1 + 3 also equals 4. 4 + 0 also equals 4. 6 - 2, 5 - 1. So
that's 5.
Just how if you ask anybody, what's the quickest way to get to 4? Everybody's on 2 + 2. But there's literally an infinite of numbers that you can add, subtract, or divide to get 4. Or multiply to get 4.
That's
so it's
deep.
like if that's math, and like you said, like with binary codes, how we're really made, it's science to it. So if numbers have an infinite amount of ways to do infinite amount of things, why is us as humans more developed than numbers? We only have one way of living.
We'll be back after a quick break.
There's no such thing to practice law. It's called a bar card or a British Accredited Registry card. They take an oath to uphold rules to the crown, which is in Britain. So there's no such thing to licensed practice law. If you look up Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer. He wasn't an attorney. So attorneys might have to be licensed, but there's no such thing as a licensed lawyer. Again, it's called a British Accredited Registry. It's part of a membership. It's like a fraternity, like the Freemasons or any other private club or community that you'd be part of, that you have to show your private membership. And this is what they do. Everybody go to onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's onlyfans.com/Don Kilam. That's DonKilam. You can subscribe there and get access to Don Kilam University at donkilam.com. You can also follow me on the Instagram at DON_KILAM. Again, that's DON_KILAM. Much peace and love. That's powerful.
We only have one way of living. School, work, that is it. And I've seen it now being on the other side that if the way that we've been taught does not even cue success. If I pull up to this stadium, or not the stadium, if I pull up to this studio right here in a 2024 Rolls Royce, nobody is going to look at me and say, that man went to high school, went to college, got a good degree, got a good job, and that's how he got their car.
He knows what 2 + 2 is.
Yeah, they're going to say he's either, an athlete, he's either a rapper, or he's doing something illegal. But if I say, no, I actually went to school, got a degree, got a job, and this is how I was able to afford this Rolls Royce at 25, nobody would believe me. But that's the life that everybody goes down, that path. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you want things, but the life that you have, obviously you haven't been granted it because it's just been pushed upon you, but it's not giving you the sacrifice, not a sacrifice, but it's not giving you what you want in life, but you still choose to just do it. You still choose to just go to work and work a 9 to 5 and, retire at 65 and take those 10 years. And it's like, some stuff just doesn't add up. In basic math, if my dream is a mansion, and a mansion is 10 million, a small number, 10 million. If I work a 9 to 5 and don't spend no money, eat for free, walk to work, wear the same clothes every day, by the time I'm 65 and I get all the money that I made throughout my life and my retirement pension and my 401k, I'm still not going to be able to buy my dream house. So it's like, why we dream big?
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like we dream so big, but the work ethic and the things that we do to get those dreams is minuscule.
And that's why I want to acknowledge this and why I admire y'all as melanated men, period, anyways. But it's hard work just to get to the NFL, right?
Sure.
Correct? Everybody can't do it. Sure. What's the percentage? Do you know? It's
0.01.
So you're part 0.1%. On top of that, you're taking time to study to prepare for your future. You're taking time to study prosperity and the right things. Because some people think that just because they say it's a law, that it's a law. They don't know the difference between something being lawful and something being legal. $1 million worth of game right there. And that's what we talked about yesterday. And my main thing is when you first start learning this information, I mean, there's different layers to it, so I can just give you the vague information, but you got to keep doing study. Right. But starting off, I teach everybody to make their name a business. Michael Jordan is a business. Like, these are the things I think about.
Right.
Because if you get down to it, it's called a Form 990, and this is what I use with the government, with child support, anything. Like, if you're taxing my money, we need to see who's taxing you. But he was like, they get 7 years. What they do, they come over here, they get 7 years to open up a business tax-free. And when their 7 years is up, they'll hand it over. It's a family business. They'll give it to the next relative. Next 7 year, next relative. So they'll have 7 relatives 35 years in. They done stacked a lot of money. We don't think like that, though. Right. When we come over here and do things like that. I don't want to tell your business or anything, but like learning how to maneuver with your children without a birth certificate or social security card, like, this is possible. It's possible. It's not going to be the easiest thing in life,
right?
But it is possible. So with baby land deeds, we got baptismal certificates we can use, or you can even create your own affidavit of live birth. Mm-hmm. You've heard of a family Bible?
Yep.
These are family records. So anytime, when you go to court, they put it on the record, right? That's their family Bible. Like, people don't even know what the word eat now. Eating all the food. That's a real word.
Right.
She in there eating all the food. All the chicken wings. That's a real word. We make up our own words. That's why they don't like E40.
Right.
I'm telling you, E40 was a revolutionary. He evolved. He needs your clothing line.
Yeah.
E40, tap in with me.
Shop Evol Apparel.
Yeah, Evol Apparel. Yes. And we're gonna be doing like courses and ebooks with these fellas too on the way, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. This is the future right here, man. I'm rocking with y'all. Yeah, I feel honored that y'all rock with Don Kilam whatsoever, man.
And one thing that's like really major about it is, I mean, that's like really special about Dom is he's not stingy with his knowledge, and that's kind of the thing that kind of holds us back as a unit. Everybody is not unknowing. There are some people who know what to do and how to do it the correct way to formally be. So it's really it's yin and yang. It's two scales. It's the people who have it that don't want to give it, and it's the people who don't have it that don't want to receive it. So, as a unit, as a nation, if we can all meet in the middle, the people who have it be willing to teach it, and the people who don't know be willing to evolve, be willing to learn, be willing to upgrade, be willing to get better, be willing to...
Mouth.
Shut your mouth.
See, he's new to this. DJ is new to this. Yeah. But for some odd reason, and I'm going to say, first of all, it's intentions and clarity, and then the people you surround yourself around with too. But he is able to gain clarity of the things we were going over. Quick.
Look,
But I got students been doing this 10 years. Then it's like clockwork with you.
So shout out to my big brothers.
Yeah, you talked about your big brothers a lot too, man.
Daryl and Ray Sean. Shout out to them boys. They for sure watched over me.
That's what's up, man. That means a lot. But I see the work that he put in too. He's got y'all studying the right things. But anytime you're coming into newfound knowledge, you got to come into it with an open mind. Because just because you don't agree with it, or that you can't just say it's a scam or it's not going to work.
Or it's not real.
Or it's not real. Yeah, because I want to say the biggest scam is waking up in America thinking things cost. My biggest pet peeve is people just talking bad about America or the government. I don't like that, because you are the government. You have a choice in America, and they work for you. They're public service. They really work with you if you filling out the right forms.
Yeah.
I don't know what other country you can just create an EIN in a business overnight and start making money.
Same day.
Same day,
Same day they'll send you that email.
And if you're set up correctly, you'll be in a where you can't be taxed, because that's all the government does, and they're thriving. We're like one of the richest countries, and we're protected, and that's due to this people. The people are the government, and they're always going to protect you, man. And until you realize that you have a blessing, you're not even going to be able to get ahead in life, man.
Right.
If they can make millions of dollars off you, then you can make $1 million off you too.
Yeah.
And as simple as that, man.
And that thought just was mind blowing. It's like how easy and obtainable it is.
People not realizing real money is the resources what are you spending your money on? That's the real money.
Yeah.
That's the real money. Yes. What are you, food, water, the housing,
shelter,
everything that you need. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the real money that you need. Whatever's in demand, that's the real money. And you can donate these things. Because anytime you're using that dollar bill, that's when it gets taxed. So you focus on the right things, man. That's the stuff I want to hear. And I showed y'all how cheap it is to get land.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to get a land than it is a house or a mortgage.
Unbelievably cheap.
Cell phone, shoot. I got an iPhone 15.
You can go buy some land right now. You can go buy some land right now. The money you got in your pocket watching this podcast.
Right.
How do you not?
We spend more on cannabis shit. You could have got you some land.
Yeah.
Most people out there smoke. A lot of people smoke cannabis. Y'all spend more money on cannabis than on Netflix a year.
You just spent. Today, somebody out there watching this podcast just spent $100 on a 3.5.
You could have went and bought 10 acres. You could have went and bought 10 acres in Arizona.
Yeah, that's it.
For $100 down and $120 a month.
Right. People don't even have the money. But say you got 10,000 laying around, man, you can get you a couple acres, 10,000, 20,000. And change that's because people don't understand. And Nick Cannon was talking about this too. Y'all got any last words, man?
Man. Just want to say shout out to Don Kilam.
I appreciate that, man.
I definitely need to tap in with this man, bro. He got some knowledge that'll really change your life. I'm telling you. Seriously.
My dog really don't even have to do this, man. Like, for him to really be, how he is, man, and for him to still be trying to give back where it shows a lot, and that shows for the people who are not doing the bare minimum, it's unacceptable. Especially if you are somebody who is wanting humanity to evolve. So if you're not willing to help the people beneath you mentally and spiritually rise up, then you're just as low vibrational as them.
That's deep right there.
Any last words for you?
Yeah, shout out to Don, man.
I appreciate that, man. Let's get
Shout
y'all's
out to Don,
Instagrams, man.
Yeah, man, y'all can go follow
Shop
business
Evol Apparel,
page
Shop Evol Apparel,
at Shop Evil Apparel.
Shop Evol Apparel, Shop Evol Apparel.
You can go follow my personal Instagram page at cam.divisionary. Hey man, just tap in with us, bro. We got everything you need over here.
They in tune for sure, man. They just gave you a little piece. You really didn't even get to capture who they really are. But hey, I'm trying, you know. But they are the truth, man. They inspired me to I'm just refocused now, man. I'm refocused. I want to get behind y'all because what you got going is real. You actually really out here helping people that need it, that are putting in overtime. You ain't got no life, bro. You in the NFL and studying this stuff and taking care of your family and your people, bro. You ain't got no life, man. Simple as that, man.
JSHMOOV1. That's my Instagram and Twitter right there. But I just want to say, man, tap in. We gonna have some more podcasts coming. Shoot, I might start my own podcast. You know, we gonna have some courses coming. We got clothes for days. I mean, we got gear. We just trying to make the world a better place, man. And we trying to get everybody evolving. That's our word of the day is evolve.
Evolve.
Evolve. Hey, but my Instagram is _Coleman, COLEMAN_54.
Let's go. Make sure you evolve and continue to re-evolve because that's what a revolutionary is, man. With that, we're out. Much peace and love.
Yeah, as much peace and love.
Are you ready to unlock the secrets of commerce and build an empire that lasts for generations? Look no further. Introducing $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your official guide to the private and public side of commerce. In this groundbreaking book, Don Kilam reveals the strategies and insider knowledge you need to create and protect your wealth. Learn how to navigate the intricate world of commerce, master the art of building an empire, and secure a lasting legacy for your family. Get your hands on $1 Million Worth of Game today and embark on a transformative journey toward financial abundance. Don't miss out on the opportunity to build your empire and secure a prosperous future for generations to come. Get ready to conquer the world of commerce. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam, your ultimate guide to building an empire and leaving a legacy. $1 Million Worth of Game by Don Kilam. Available now. Get your copy and start your journey to generational wealth.